To start though, we're gonna have to start on this side, like so.
Ready to fight.
And hope we don't die from archers. And I also hope we have enough wall space here. If it says they're entering the rift from here, then we can extend our kill box. My other question is this considered the room as well? He says they're entering the rift. We'll have to see. Oh, he does. Yeah, okay, so we can actually extend the kill box out.
You won't get past me.
Because I don't know if we'll have... Because this is the first one you get trolls. Well, first non-war scenario. I don't know if the other war scenario gives trolls. Actually, I don't think it does. I think it's the first level you get trolls on. Maybe. Maybe not. But it's certainly one of them. Well, yeah, even this one has a beautiful swinging mace. It's really powerful. Problem is now they've introduced the lasers, and the lasers are just that much better. Okay, you two guys need to die. Thanks. And that's it. Okay. So that's all the cades that we're going to be putting. Will this rift room? Yes. I believe it will.
There are enemies in our rift room.
Is this information usable on story mode or challenges? Absolutely not. And the game's... This map's also not on endless, so it doesn't matter there either, but hey. Just here to have fun with it, I guess. I don't know. Would be two different things, yeah. I just have to wait a while before I get the game. I mean, yeah, people play differently, and I really can't wait for the new traps to come out, because, I mean, I'm just, you know, over here, anywhere I can put stuff on the wall, like right there, there's a boom barrel roller. There, boom barrel roller. There, boom barrel roller, you know? They're gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna have no traps other than boom barrel rollers. And it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be explosions everywhere. It's gonna be beautiful. But for anybody joining, don't forget to leave a like. And I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway on Steam. I have a YouTube about it, a YouTube video about it. So check it out if you're interested. Ripper, what's going on? We got 4 people so far. New traps. There are going to be new traps. Yes, there's going to be the boom barrel roller, the arcane dragon, which is basically the arcane bowling ball from Unchained, except it bounces back to you. And when you think about it, it's like, well, they can't do damage over time, right? Because you already have that with Brimstone. You got Brimstone regular damage and arcane damage. So what could you do with an acid geyser? And like one of the things you could do is have the range, like the area of effect, be twice as tall as any other floor trap, because all the floor traps, they only go up 1.5 squares. So basically, this butterfly trap here, the one in the middle, that's like as far as it goes up. For spike damage and for anything else, that's as far as it'll go up. Or at least that's the trigger range. It may not be the effect range, but that's the range in which if something enters it, it'll trigger. And so maybe the geyser is like taller than that, so it's going to help you in those lower ceiling, higher floor spaces against flyers, maybe. But I could see it doing more damage the longer you stand on it. That would be a mechanic that they could add into it. I'm very curious to see what they do with it. Because they had the arcane bowling ball, and we kind of see what it does in the footage. They had the boom barrel roller. They had the floor scorcher, of course. The geyser is something a little bit new. Now, I think they had the geyser in one of the other Orcs games, but I'm not too familiar with it. I know they had the acid sprayer, but not the acid geyser.
Enemies at the rift.
A worthy foe.
Yeah. These enemies ain't getting far.
Enemies in our rift room.
Well, that's a challenge.
They're almost there.
That won't be the last. And down it goes. Not sorry to see that one gone.
Okay, controlled. Dead. There we go. And I used to use the swinging mace when I chased combos for some of the stuff. I'd put like make like a little box of swinging maces, right? Like have one go horizontal, two vertical if you're looking at it like it's a floor trap, and then one horizontal, right? So it would leave two squares in between where the swinging mace doesn't overlap. And in those two squares, I would put the dart spitter with ice, so it would freeze everybody around who's walking into this little kill box area that has the swinging maces on both sides.
A vile creature.
And that ended up being pretty good for combos and damage.
That won't be the last.
Enemies at the rift.
Now this map, unlike the other maps, this map has a lot of enemies coming in at wave 20. There's quite a few enemies here.
Sorry to see that one gone.
They're almost there.
A worthy foe.
And then after this map, it gets hard,
Won't be the last.
I think. Yeah, well, I know the next map is going to be a challenge. But I am curious to see if I can route the enemies up and onto the balcony on the next one, or if I have to actually stick them around the rift.
Enemies at the rift.
Who's next?
Try and kick up a few yourself in a couple of weeks, yeah.
They're almost there.
Well, because you know I had the spike wall with bleed, because spike wall will knock back the very heavy guys, the ogres and trolls, and I do use that when I try to do combo because I can hit it with bleed, so they get knocked back, they get bled, and they take physical damage. That's like 3 things already, and then they do that and they roll into a wall charger that gets the kill, so you get like your times 4 or 5 combo, because then they take electric damage around them or whatever. And then of course Tara was slow, which is another 2 combo, and then they would get, that would be all like the wall and the floor traps, and then you'd have the ceiling traps be like the dart spitters with ice, and then the swinging mace with fire.
They're almost there.
You could have like arcane brim, and above the swinging mace, or above the spike wall, you would have butterfly with arcane or something. So then you would have all of those kind of, you know, grouped together and really cause a lot of damage. All right, so we got to wave 25 now. After this wave, we'll let them through, and then we'll go to the big boy maps. But yes, I did quite a bit of testing there. So there is a way to get to a different spot in Orcs Must Die 3 with the wiki. But to get to mine, you just go to the Orcs Must Die 3 and then you click in the Under Construction Here page section, and that gets you into what I've done.
Who's goodness me?
But like I said, I'll make a video explaining the wiki a little bit later on for the release. Okay.
Enemies at the rift.
We are almost finished.
A worthy foe. Who's sorting out the pieces?
They're almost there.
Sorry to see that one.
There are enemies in our rift room. They're almost there.
Who's next?
Enemies at the rift.
And down it goes.
Now, I will say when it comes out on Steam, because of the local download, there might be a way to go in and actually look at the game files to see what it is that they've done, or whatever. This does take a very long time because it's endless. You should have seen how long it took me to play the war scenarios endless. Let me tell you, that took freaking, what, 2.5 hours just to get to wave 25? To annoy others with the exact numbers while playing, yeah. I mean, I have messed up on some of the numbers. When I first started testing, with the weapons, and when I found the numbers, without taking into account vulnerabilities, and so I ended up getting inflated numbers that didn't actually need to happen. But I'll be going through everything again before Steam release, if I can afford it. Oh, you know what? Okay, sold some stuff. If I'm able to do that, then I'm gonna try and make it before the Steam release so I can finalize the numbers and make sure they're all correct. And then hopefully they tell me if they change anything that I've already figured out. Hopefully.
They're almost there.
All right, cool. That was Cliffside. Endless. Rift Room Rumble, is that doable? It's absolutely doable. Okay.